there's lots of people who don't like microwave ovens. They won't even have one in the house, or if they do, they hardly ever use it. If they do use it occasionally, they'll walk away from it, wait for it to finish, and then they come back to it. Do you know what frequency a microwave oven uses?
Not a specific number.
2.4 gigahertz.
This is the same as Wi-Fi and your phone.
Wi-Fi,
right?
If you look at your Wi-Fi router, if you go to your phone and you're picking up your Wi-Fi, you've got a choice between 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz. So your Wi-Fi router, people say, oh, no, I wouldn't have a microwave oven in my house. Do you have a Wi-Fi router? Oh, yeah. Where is it? On my bedside table, on my desk, 4 feet from me.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting next to a microwave oven that's on 24/7 unless you turn it off. Now, you can heat a cup of coffee in 2 or 3 minutes. But your microwave oven on your desk, your Wi-Fi router, is on for hours and hours and hours, and you're only a few feet from it. Do you know what frequency Bluetooth is?
Same thing.
2.4 gigahertz. And people have buds in their ears that are communicating with each other. There's no bone here. And this one is talking to this one through your head. What's right slap bang in the middle between these 2 points? The pineal gland.
Oh, yeah. It's true.
Yeah. I mean,
it's wild.
Yeah, it's ironic, really. I guess people just maybe got the microwave bug early because it's been around for a while and they just can't do without their modern conveniences. But this kind of gets into a lot of the important nuance. Maybe you're mentioning frequencies, you're mentioning distance, you're mentioning power, intensity. So,
all very important, yes.
All very important. And on your site too, and you're talking about RF, and then we also talked about ELF. So on your site, and you have this really nice image as well, it's saying you think that most of the damage is coming from the electric field or the ELF range because of the duration and the proximity in our homes. But maybe you could talk a little bit about what you think is really important for people to be aware of, and then how do they mitigate that, right? Like, why is distance so important? Why is power important? And how do they kind of mitigate it? What are some easy ways?
Okay, yeah. Well, let's start with the one that probably everybody is aware of, which is the cell phone signal, microwaves. So whether it's your microwave oven, whether it's your Wi-Fi router, your cell phone, your smart meter, your Bluetooth headsets, your Bluetooth mouse, your Bluetooth keyboard that's there all the time. So when I talk on the phone, my phone is receiving a signal from the nearest cell phone tower. Now, I'm not worried about the cell phone tower that's half a mile away talking to my phone. Even if I'm talking with if I've got my phone here, it is broadcasting a signal 360 degrees through my head, and the cell phone tower might be over there. I'm not worried about the cell phone tower talking to my cell phone. I'm worried about the cell phone in my hand that's broadcasting a signal that's powerful enough to reach that cell phone tower half a mile away. But the difference between this and this is huge. Distance is your friend. So that's cell phones. So how do you deal with that? Well, you never do this. You don't keep it on your body. If you read the instructions, it says this should never, ever come in contact with your body. You need to keep it away from you at all times. Preferably don't hold it, put it on the table in front of you and talk on speakerphone. That's one thing you can do. Definitely put it on airplane mode at night. Do not, actually, I'd turn it off at night, turn it back on in the morning. Never, ever, ever use it while it's plugged in and charging. I've got a photograph on the website somewhere that I'm not getting any electric field from this. I might be getting Bluetooth, I might be getting Wi-Fi, but I'm not getting any electric field from this because it's running on battery. It's DC. If I plug it in and charge it, if I'm sitting in 800 millivolts right now, simply because of everything else around me, if I plug in my phone, my body voltage is going to go up to 10,000 millivolts. When I'm using my iPad, which I'm talking on now, it's not going to give any electric field whatsoever. Obviously, there's a Wi-Fi signal, a cell signal, but there's no electric field. If I plug in my iPad and charge it and touch the iPad, my body voltage would go, if I'm sitting here and I plug it in, my body voltage would go from 800 up to 2,500 millivolts. If I touch the iPad to use it, which is how you use an iPad, it's how you use a laptop, 40,000 millivolts, because it's plugged in to an ungrounded cord. How do I avoid EMFs? Never use it charging. Don't use the iPad while it's charging. And again, people are worried about Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, but they completely ignore the electromagnetic field. And the reason 60 hertz is so bad for us is because it's so close to the vibration and the frequency, and it harmonizes with the natural frequencies of the body in a very negative way. And it's just like sound. If you play a discord, a note that's not in harmony with the other notes, it's like, ugh. Well, what are electromagnetic frequencies doing that are not in harmony with our body's electromagnetic frequency? They're causing a disharmony, dis-ease, which manifests as disease.